So what's up guys, CupDave here, and today we are going to talk about what preceded CupDave and Company. But first, what is CupDave and Company? CupDave and Company was a webtoon that officially started on the 22nd of June 2022 and formally ended on the 23rd of October of the same year. The premise was just CupDave, his brother Mugjack, and their friends Brad, Speed, and Nick doing random stuff, despite it still having a storyline. I don't think I need to say it did not end well at all. Nor me, Speed, or my brother have done anything regarding it ever since. Exception made for some art in the last few days. Now, a little thing to address before we make a step back. Is CupDave and Company cancelled? Kinda. I addressed this to everyone who enjoyed the webtoon and for Speed. I still want to make a webtoon. However, I want to take a step back from CupDave and Company. I want to remake the webtoon, and I want to keep making animations regarding CupDave, Mugjack, Brand, and so on. Nick excluded, that is. If anyone had stepped down from working on the webtoon, it's definitely my brother. However, that is not a concern, as it's still his choice. With that addressed, we can start. As we said, CupDave and Company's first episode released on mid 2022. But let's take a step back. Around March 2021, on a YouTube channel called CupToons US, although it was not set in the United States, I, the owner of the channel, uploaded a video. That video was an animation of CupDave and Mugman from Cuphead going to a special place. However, as they get in the car and CupDave starts driving, a cop stops them and tells them they are going too fast. CupDave shoots him in response and they get home. Then, on CupDave's laptop, it shows a YouTube video uploading. Soon, CupDave tells Mugman it is not a video that's uploading, but a pour, and turns the laptop off. Then, CupDave hands Mugman a trash bag and tells him it's guns. Mugman says those are not guns. CupDave replies by saying those are in fact guns, and the animation ends. This animation was called The Trash, and was supposed to be a part of a webtoon, The CupDave and Mugman Adventures, which we may consider as the predecessor of CupDave and Company. This webtoon was supposed, in fact, to have more episodes and a well-defined storyline, alongside an ending, most probably involving CupDave and Mugman dying. However, no real storyline was written. You can watch The Trash on YouTube, and I will link the re-uploaded video in the description. While we could technically consider the CupDave and Mugman Adventures as the predecessor of CupDave and Company, we cannot consider it as the first ever webtoon or first webtoon idea involving the character of CupDave. My very first attempt at making some sort of webtoon was around 2018 and 2019, when I was really into Cuphead, Rick and Morty, and some other medias. My first webtoon was called The Evil One, but the nickname Mugman's Bizarre Adventures is also accepted. And it was just really bad. For one, the series was supposed to air on a website called CupDave.com, and we are not starting with the right foot already. Second of all, it should have had 24 whole seasons. And at this point, I am kind of impressed. Like, how did I put that as premise and expanded it into 24 whole seasons? For clarification, the premise was basically CupDave decides to go live under Mugman's room in a secret basement, and he lives with Cuphead and Mugman, but there are some plot twists too, like, that's just that. So how did I expand this dumb premise in 24 seasons? Simple explanation. I did not expand the premise into 24 seasons, like, at all. The thing is that whenever I'm like, oh, what happened in this season of The Evil One? It probably means that nothing relevant even happened in that season at all, unless that season had specifically memorable moments. The main characters of The Evil One were Cuphead, Mugman, Mischievous, CupDave, and his brother Mugjack. And now you might be thinking, what happened to Mugjack? Why isn't he with CupDave instead of Mugman in the CupDave and Mugman Adventures? And why isn't it the CupDave and Mugjack Adventures? Well, that's because, at some point, the CupDave and Mugjack Adventures also existed, although for a brief period of time. After the CupDave and Mugman adventures, I decided that Mugjack was the one who had to stay with CupDave instead of Mugman. For one, because they should just share a deeper bond, and two, because of copyright. There was also a third character named John, and I also had a CupDave's neighbor, Cup John, and no, it's not John, and they're different people. There was only one episode of the CupDave and Mugjack adventures, and it was animated with Flip a Clip, if my mind isn't tricking me, and it's named The Burger. Basically, CupDave gets a burger and his neighbor steals it from him, so he kills him. Not much can be said about the CupDave and Mugjack adventures, except for the fact that John is probably what got me to add Mugjack and Brad as main characters in CupDave and Company. And yes, Brad is saying if I remake the series. I might as well make a character analysis of Brad someday, but who knows. To sum it up, we can assume both the CupDave and Mugman adventures and the CupDave and Mugjack adventures can be considered predecessors of CupDave and Company, while the evil one gets his credit for being the first attempt, and therefore what somehow got me to what I'm doing right now. Next time I will talk about another series made after CupDave and Company, which like CupDave and Mugjack adventures only had them as main characters. Now this is the end of the video and I'll see you next time, bye!